wanted a dog so badly. Jacob and I remember we just kept bugging mom and dad, can we please get a dog? Can we please get a dog? And mom, I guess, realized that, I was going into middle school already and she wanted us to enjoy the family dog before we went off to college, so the time was right. And they finally said yes. And it was that night that I was on Google looking up puppies near Austin, and I don't know, it was like the next day or just a few days later, we were already off looking at Copper and Hazel, family of Shih Tzu puppies. And I remember mom was like insistent that we needed a tiny dog, and she wasn't even sure if Shih Tzus were small enough for her, but she's looking at this group and she picks out the biggest one in the bunch because he was symmetrical, to be honest. Copper was picked because he was the most symmetrical of the litter, but he was chunky. He was a big boy. He was getting all of mama's milk, and he was not missing any meals. And we brought him home, and we just all fell in love with him so fast. We just loved him so much from the start. He was part of the fam. Copper Clemens. Did he like the pier? No, he did not like the pier. He did not much like swimming either, but he sure did like to be at the coast with us, and he was there a lot. It was his second home. Yeah, I don't know if he liked to stay, but Jacob and I definitely did. Copper loved being pretty, and he knew what that meant. But that required work on my part. Copper got a bath every single week, and he got groomed every third week. In the meantime, he got his teeth done, his ears done, and boy, was he a trooper. Well, not really, but, we'll just say he was. At least he did it.
After Mom groomed him, there were a few things that had to happen. The first is you would have to go zoom, run around the house as fast as he can and, make some sharp cuts and corners, and you could hear his little feet running so fast.
And when we were finished with the process of the washing and the conditioning and the blow drying.
And then also you'd hear Mom blow drying him upstairs, or you wouldn't hear the blow drying, but you'd hear the barking, he'd rah, rah.
Oh, excuse me.
You didn't like that. So what you had to do was you had to tell him that he was a pretty boy and how handsome he was. So he would come down the stairs.
He loved to come down to Dad.
And he would expect to be complimented and praised.
And everyone just gloat about how pretty he was. He knew he looked good.
Yeah, he was a pretty boy. I remember this game we used to play where, I'd get on the ground and I would point the top of my head at him, and I'd start pushing on him to sort of rile him up, get him angry. And I think he liked this game, but maybe he didn't like it. So, he would try and get around my head and go bite my ears, but I would push him to the side so he'd go the other way, and we'd go back and forth, and sometimes you gotta let him get you, so he feels like he's winning. And gosh, and when he got your ears, he'd just get the little tip of them, and they would hurt, but he loved that game, and I love playing that game with him. Oh, and another thing, during Easter, Copper was always a good addition to our egg hunts. We had those plastic eggs, and when Mom and Dad were tasked with hunting rather than hiding, Sarah and I would clip one of those eggs to his fur, and it'd always be the last egg found. So he was really good at hiding those eggs.
We got Copper so long ago, Copper got to grow up with the kids. 15 years ago, Jacob was still in elementary school and Sarah was going into middle.
Christmas 2020. Sarah's 21, Jacob's 19. Hey, Copper. It's the best time of the year.
First gift for Christmas.
Aw, Copper's with us. Every day is a gift. Up until I went to college, Copper would start out going to sleep with me every night, but at some point in the middle of the night, he'd jump down, he'd always leave me, and he'd go find Dad. And I'm pretty sure he always went to Dad's side, never really Mom's. Sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night after Copper had left me and go steal him back from Dad, so we were kind of in like tug of war over sleeping with Copper every night. But in the end, Copper's safe space was the pillow above Dad's head. That was definitely his favorite spot to sleep.
He was really fun. He was really cute too. It seems like he was always smiling. So he was a good dog.
And then I went to college, and sometimes Copper came with me. I think Copper really liked coming to our apartments. So many new smells, freedom, fun things to do. We took walks together around campus. He did not like to go over the drainage grates. He simply refused. We studied together. I took him to work with me when I was working at the front desk of my apartment complex, and he was a big hit. We talked to each other. He had a lot to say. What? I fell in love. Copper liked him too. And then Jacob joined us, and all the adventures continued.
Funny thing about Copper was he hated mirrors. I would always try and pick him up, and I'd look at us in the mirror and I'd try and show him himself, but he refused to look. I think it's because he thought he was a human, not a dog, and he wanted to be treated like a human.
Eric and I got J-Lo when I was a senior in college, and suddenly having a spunky puppy around took Copper some getting used to.
So I was walking in the hall and noticed Copper in the piano room staring at the corner. So I walked over closer, and in the corner of the room, Copper cornering her was J-Lo. Poor thing looked scared. Copper was not allowing her out of the corner.
But eventually, they became good friends.
Copper loved treats, and he knew that if he went outside, even if it was for just a minute, he'd get a treat. Sarah now thought this was ridiculous and that he needed to work for them, and that was way too many treats, but he got a treat anyway.
Copper, what you got there?
Oh, you guys stink?
Look at that, he's so cute.
You guys stink?
I love you. My next door neighbor once told me that it was Copper's neighborhood and we all just lived there. I had to crack up, and that is the image that Copper led everyone to believe. He ruled the neighborhood, and he was so darn cute.
Let him have it. This is just me.
After 20 years of raising a family, suddenly mom and dad were empty nesters. And that's when Copper really got all their lovin'.
Copper, what are you doing? Are you in a good spot? Oh, yeah.
Copper and I were buddies. I often call him my day buddy because he's always at my feet, and I've worked a lot from home. I miss him a lot.
I love Copper so much. It was exciting to wake up with him in the morning. It was exciting coming home to him, and it was exciting going to bed with him. He just provided me and the family so much joy. His personality was endless. His cuteness was endless. He was just the best.
No.
Copper, what are you doing?
Never.
Never. Hey, Bunker. Never. Nor has it. Copper! 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 What's that bunker? That's 6 inches of snow, Bobo. Yes, sir.
Copper fell right in line of characteristics of a Shih Tzu, being a picky eater. Boy, and did he take it to the extreme. For 15 years, we had to fill his bowl and go to the television area and lay down with him and all encourage him to eat.
So he wanted to sit at the dinner table and, eat dinner with the family.
And he wasn't going to have it just putting food in a bowl. But I will tell you that the only time Copper really did go and get his food on his own, when he was getting J-Lo's food. But for 15 years, the family had to have dinner with him at his table in front of the TV near him. It was kind of a pain, but we did anything to get the boy to eat.
It was always a lot of work to feed him, but it was fun to have that time. I like to call him Snappy. That was the nickname that I got him because he liked to bite, but it was always friendly biting. Well, not always, but it was mostly friendly biting.
I invited mom and dad over a lot after college, but also I was just trying to see Copper. And he got to see all of mine and Jacob's grown-up apartments. Even when we moved Jacob across state lines to Baton Rouge, he got to come along.
I don't know if it was we just wanted to hold him, or maybe we were trying to put his leash on him to take him for a walk, but he loved to not get caught. That was a big thing for him. So I remember him going underneath the tables and between the legs of the chairs, and you'd try and corner him, but he would always work his way out and escape. So he was really good at that. It was fun to play with him. Sometimes a little frustrating because it's like no time for games, but he liked to play.
We needed someone to watch Copper while we went on one of our family cruises, and Eric was the chosen one, but they totally bonded while we were away. Eric built him a ramp to get up into bed, he taught him not to bark while he was eating, and they were totally bros by the end of it.
Copper! Hey!
Oh, the bugs! He could not leave a bag alone. He had to scratch and stick his head in it.
There were 2 scares in 1 year where we almost lost Copper. Copper ran after a mean German Shepherd, bit him by the neck, and somehow the family pried the jaws of this German Shepherd open. The next, same year, Copper got pancreatitis. It required a visit to the emergency room and several $1,000s, but it was so worth it to the family. We got 2 more years with him.
Copper.
Look at Daddy. Look at
Pretty
Daddy.
good spirits.
Look at Daddy.
Hey,
Look at Daddy.
Bubba.
That's lots of kitties.
Pretty good spirits.
That's lots of kitties, Copper.
Hi, baby. I'm so glad that you're still alive and I get to play with you. We almost lost you. It was terrible.
We are pretty sure that Copper was left-handed because whenever we would bring him in the car, well, if we were going slower than 30 miles an hour, he wanted that window down. Didn't matter where we were. And he would use his left paw to scratch at the window and tell us, hey, we're going slow. It was always the left paw, not the right, so pretty sure he's left-handed.
Poor little Copper. As he got older, he couldn't walk real fast. Little guy. When he was younger, you had to walk real fast like you were late for a flight at the airport. You know, you had to keep up. But towards the end, he didn't walk as far and didn't walk as fast.
Good boy. The water's over here. Water's right over here. Not there. Whoa. Whoa. Bobo. Right here. Look. Right here.
Eric and I watched Copper while Mom and Dad helped Jacob move to Pennsylvania for a week. And I didn't know it was gonna be his last 2 weeks. But I'm so grateful I got that last special time with him.
Hey, Bobo. Hey, you got a sedative. Yes, sure. It's all gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay. Poor guy. Thank you for everything. You've been the best for me, dog.
Copper was my buddy.
I really, really miss Copper.
He commanded respect. That's for sure.
He was just the best.
He had the best life.
I'm gonna miss him,
I miss him a lot.
but he will always be in my heart.
I'll remember him forever.
Seems like he was always smiling. So he was a good dog.